Oop. Where's she gone? Oh, she's there. Oh, it's working. Yay! I've just gone a different way, and I've just found something. I'm like I can rest my arms on while I'm scoping. So it's like a bit of a tripod. I've just found somewhere I can put my phone on. I'm just so I'm like zooming in now. Look, I'm zoomed in. Ooh, look, zoom. That was a zoom. Look. Ooh, look at that. Zoom. So zoom in, and then I can hold my phone now on this tripod thing. Right. Oh, your head's nice and small again. I can take screenshots a bit better. Did you? Oh, I'm slowly losing my mind. I think. Oh dear. Let's just keep going. Oh, just keep going. Oh. I thought I just keep trying to think of a different way. I thought, well, let's walk this way instead of keep getting all the way down the canal. It's boring. Let's join it at a different location. So this will look all different to you now. I thought, oh, let's join the canal at a different location. Got to go over this bridge. Look, bridge. Here's your keys. Here's your keys for you. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. I need your reaction on all the. Obviously, the trouble is when I try and have a laugh with you, it's like a delayed reaction. I put you something funny on. I post you something funny, and then obviously I have to just wait till the next morning before you've seen it. I, I know. I wanted you just. I wanted you to capture you laughing. Obviously, it doesn't come across him when you just show a laughing face. Which was your favourite? I thought I just got carried away with me. Which was your favourite one? Oh, the Greece one. I was going to do one with my face. I was trying to do one with my face. I thought I was trying to like, get Roland and Marco and all of us and try and you can have up to about 6 people on one. I think get everybody's photo on. I know. Yeah, you were tormenting me with those. I had to go have an alcoholic beverage when I saw them. That's why I got the Homer Simpson thinking, oh, beer. Oh, yeah, yeah. You know, you tormenting me. All our pubs are closed. You know, you tormenting me with it. Oh, oh. Well, well, something's even gone to pot. There's my town centre. I'm just coming at it from a different place, Luke. You know, when I showed you all those, when I showed you all those sort of statues and things, it's just over there. Look, that's where the statues were. There's the theatre. That's the town centre. That's the Regent Theatre there. And I thought I'll just come a different way. Save coming all that down miles of canal. I thought I'll just come this way. Just cut it a bit. I might go to Newcastle. You know, normally I go to Newcastle via that all past those churches. You know, that church walk we went on. I thought that's like the long way to Newcastle. I was sick of getting to Newcastle when all the shops were closed. So I thought we'd just sort of go directly to Newcastle just for a change, and then it should take a lot. It should be a lot quicker. Um, we'll just go. Basically, we'll just have a little. We'll have about 10 minutes on the canal, and then we'll have to be on a busy road for a bit because that's the problem. That's the direct way. It's a busy road. Hopefully, I'll be able to hear you over the traffic. Because obviously, that's the only pain. You can't sort of get to Newcastle on the canal. You see, that's the only thing. You have to leave the canal to get to Newcastle. So Have you seen this? Have you seen this big waterfall I've got down here? I don't know if you've caught it before live. Where there's this canal, this lock, and there's like a nice waterfall coming down the side. I don't know if you've been on live when I've shown this. You know, church. Um, yes. Yeah, we've had some bad news about the shopping centre. You know, and you used to see me buy a Costa drink in my shopping centre. I thought I'll just pop down to the bank. And you know, I don't know how often you use like a cash machine. You know, the cash machines, the ATM. I just automatically headed for the bank. Obviously, I don't know if it works the same in America, but obviously, automatically in your mind, you go to the sort of cash machine outside the bank that you're with. You know, and obviously, the system in England is where you can go to really any machine. You know, any ATM, you can get money out with no charge. You know. Yeah, as long as it's got a Visa symbol, it'll either say Link or Visa, and Link means you can just use any of them. You know, with no charge. So obviously, with the risking about fraud, with the risk of fraud, I thought I'd just go to a bank where there's a sort of ATM inside. So it's either heading to my own bank where there's an ATM, or I just went in another bank that was right opposite to the shopping centre. So I've just thought, oh well, I can come to this bank. I don't have to go to the bank that you're with. You know, you can go to any bank. So I'll show you this waterfall while we're just near to. Yeah, yeah. I feel a bit weary today. When I looked at my Apple exercise thing. How much I'd done yesterday. Oh, screw. I did 25,000 steps. Oh, God. But the thing is, I thought I was going to get up and I couldn't walk. You know, like go, oh, I can't walk. But my legs feel fine. You know, it's just obviously your brain. I think you just feel mentally exhausted from it, just doing too much. Yay, waterfall. Yeah, it's just part of the canal system, but it looks like my little mini waterfall anyway. Yeah, I've just done a little detour just to show you that because I can't remember if I've shown you that before. Nice to see the canal boats coming back again. Daffodils are coming out. Yeah, daffodils are coming out. Yeah, I'll just show you the sound of this water, then I'll just move away because I won't be able to hear you for a few seconds. Hello, Barry. Got a new viewer in Derby. Barry's in, I think. Barry's in the house. Barry's in the house. Yeah. Yeah, does it come across how deep this lockers I'm standing next to? Can you see it? Yeah, it's only been here 250 years. Oh yeah, that'll be older than America then. These locks, these canal systems, aren't they? About the same age. Those big oak doors. He said you have to change them about every 20 years. Big oak, made out of oak apparently. You have to change them every so often. Right. Yes, I was just trying to do it without scoping today. That's why I just sent you a message. Just said I'm just on a little walk, and obviously you're just talking to yourself unless anybody comes on, aren't you? So I don't want scope. I don't want scope and it just be silent. So, um, yeah, yeah, it's a lot of trouble. Oh yeah, I checked my data yesterday. I thought, oh dear, I better check my data. Did you see those nice screenshots I got? How clear it was, my end of your cat and everything. Oh, I know. See how clear it was. I think why I'm going to send those screenshots to Pablo and say, why can't you be this clear? What's wrong with your app? Will you sort it out? I think they're just prioritising overseas viewers. They better pull the finger out with the European viewers. Yeah, I wonder if it's just the infrastructure. Perhaps there's much more infrastructure to, obviously Zoom. It must have a lot more server capacity, I'd imagine. Obviously Haps is just sort of slowly expanding it, so it probably can't keep up. I suppose it's got a lot of server capacity, but it's all about the capacity, isn't it? So, oh, I did notice an update yesterday when I got to Trentham. Did you see when I think it's a dead spot when we were doing that Zoom session, and then I could just see the seat. I could just see the seat in the distance, and then the screen just went blank. And I think that is a bit of a. I think that is a bit of a dead spot there. I don't think it's the length. I think it was a bit of a dead spot. Yeah, it was. I mean, how frustrated I was walking with you for all that time, and I was just going to sit on that seat, and then just end the broadcast. Yeah, and I saw the seat in front of me. I looked at my screen; it had just gone back to the desktop, like it just disappeared. just, everything just disappeared. Yeah, I think it could be signal though, because I know that area is a bit dodgy where the car park is, so it could be could be a coincidence because it is a. Uh, anyway, that's the trouble. Is obviously I went to sort of thought, oh, I haven't got it saved. But I did investigate the settings, and I think you can save it somehow. There is a lot of settings, so you can have to root deep into the settings. I think there is a way of saving it to you. Sort of, you can save it. We just have to do some experimenting when you've got time and we're in the house, and we can have a little play about just trying to just do a short one and see if we can save it for 5 minutes. And just trying to work out how to save things. Yeah, obviously I can. Yeah, it was just one of them days when I put my coat on, like, and I felt a bit gloomy. That's why I sent you a sad face because it was the weather was a bit dull, and I thought I'll go on my walk. Yeah. Well, the sun's come out now. Look, it's exactly the same as yesterday. I set out. It rained on me. I just went round my pond. I went round my pond where the fish are, the kind of geese and everything. And then I thought I'd just go down to the town and go to the bank, just to get some cash out. Uh, and obviously, I told you, I don't know if I've told you, I had fraud before, you see, when my bank was emptied out. So I'm always a bit cautious of using the outside ATMs, to try and find one inside the bank. So we've just got a nice little one inside the bank. You want to look those up. That's if you want anything made out of it's like a blacksmith forge, sculpted steel.co.uk. It's like a blacksmith where she makes things out of out of metal, like a blacksmith's forge. Yeah. It used to be obviously for maintaining the horses, making the horseshoes and everything. This has been here yeah, it's been on here since 1840. So there's all the info. I say that's where we normally get to Newcastle. That's at Wolstanton Church, I think, up there. Look, when we went all up to that churchy thing up there. Yeah, we'll just go the direct way. I'm always trying to find a way where there's no there's no busy roads, you see. But obviously the shortest route will be the busy road, so we'll just have to put up with the busy road for today. Yeah, you're not going to be on that long anyway, so it'll be about half an hour, I think. We'll try the short way. We don't want to keep going places where it takes 3 hours to get there. It's exhausting. Yeah, there's a nice sound of water from the canal leaking. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's technically that the lock is leaking. I'd imagine that's where the seal is. A leaky lock, yeah. Yeah, I mean it is holding probably 100 tons of water, so it isn't really watertight. You know, it's going to have a little bit of a leak. Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame there's no boats. I say it used to be fun seeing the boats. I saw a few in the summer. Um, yeah, they'll probably be coming back. Yeah, I was just finishing my tail. I went to when I sometimes have a ruby from the shopping centre. It says it's been closed, so I can't. I'll have to just get me ruby now from that where we got it from a few days ago. So I've learnt a new tip that it's closed. So we'll just have to get it from where we got it from a few days ago. You know the where you were going to order it for me. That's the only place I can get a ruby now. Canada geese. Yeah, I was having a yeah. I was trying to. I thought you might laugh at those jib jab things. With you saying you have an alcoholic beverage, I did that way you were dancing on the bar. You see, I sent that tequila song, but it was like a different version where you were dancing on the bar and there was three of you. Thought that was going to be a bit disturbing for you. See three of you dancing, and then I did your Grease. There's loads of them. I say I'll surprise you with some more. There's loads and loads of them. There's hundreds of them, depending if it's a birthday or Christmas or Valentine's or you could just loads of. And basically, you're supposed to pay for them, but when you get a preview, basically, I asked to see the preview, and then because you can do screen record on an iPad. I just basically do screen record, and then just like crop it, just crop it like and send it to you. So I can sit again for free, really, if I know what I'm doing. Just trying to fiddle it a bit, you know. It's a close up of a cell tower derby. I've never been so close to one. Yay! Look at that. I think we've got a good signal if we stand here. I'm not even zooming in. I'm not even zooming in. It's right next to me. That's not zoomed in. Look, see you. Ooh. Hello, Rita from Sweden. Rita from Sweden. Welcome into the short nature walk. Yeah, well, yeah, I put mystery to it. Did you see I put mystery to it? Trying to mix it up a bit. I just put mystery to it and turn my location off. It always says I'm in London anyway, so what's the point having it on? It probably uses battery anyway. It keeps saying you're in the wrong place. It's not doing its job, is it? So it probably sucks the battery when it's always trying to work out where you are. So we've got about 10 minutes of quietness, then we'll just be on a busy road for a little bit. So we'll do plenty of chatting now, then we might not be able to hear you over the traffic. We'll just be on a busy road in about 10 minutes. We'll go directly to Newcastle, and then perhaps we could perhaps have a bit more time around those churches, or we'll just see how we go. I'll obviously only be the town centre churches. There's loads of buildings. I'll find some different buildings to look at. Yeah, that was really getting out of my way when you saw me to go into that church walk we went on. That was sort of miles out of my way. So try the shortcut for today, the direct way. Say hello to the ducks are coming. No, it's not cold. No, It's not cold, just not cold. Um, yeah, it's just been trying to rain. Just feeding the ducks. Just feeding the ducks. Yeah, it's quite mild today. Quite mild today. It's just trying to rain. The ice is melting on the ice is melting on the canal. It feels very mild today. It's it feels about 10 degrees. It's mild today. Yeah, there's no coldness at all. Got no gloves and no hat on. I know we always have that connection when we say 3 degrees because I always sing to you down to saying, "When will I see you again?" That's the 3 degrees reference. Share all these precious moments, as the song says. Right. Yeah, we're just doing it. I've just thought I'm just trying to think what else I can do. So I'll put mystery to her and see if I can anybody. Yeah. Ooh, I'd imagine it'd be snowing or cold. I saw a few scopes from people in sort of Sweden and Norway. They just catch them a few weeks ago. I saw people like where it was all thick as snow, and they were sitting around a campfire and cooking some fish or something. I think they were in Norway, Sweden area. Yeah, the first part of the walk for any new listeners. I say Derby can probably do the commentary because you know everywhere we are, don't you know? We're just going along we're going along the Trent and Mersey Canal for a little bit. We're just live near the canal, so this is the Trent and Mersey Canal. Just having a little bit of the walk on the canal, and we'll just have to go onto a busy road for a little bit while we just walk to the next town along, which is Newcastle under Lyme, and we'll see if we can find anything interesting on the way there. There'll be lots of nice buildings to look at. We just have to ignore the traffic. That's all we're going to do. Just trying to ignore the traffic. This is the problem where I live. I've got like a few very busy roads, so I try and do canal walks because it's nice and quiet. But I have to go on the occasional busy road. So I don't think it'll affect you at the other end, obviously. But I say I'll probably be shouting over you, shouting over Derby. So I'll have to put Derby closer to me ear so I can hear you. We're just approaching the road now, Derby. So I might tell you repeat a few things if you speak. I might have to ask you to repeat. Yeah, the sky's gone better now you've come on. It started out sunny, and then it's sort of that sort of half dark grey, as you can see there. Look, can you give me a weather forecast? I've sort of got some blue over there. Can you give me a weather forecast? There's blue. There's some blue. There's some blue there. And then the sun's trying to come out behind that big grey cloud there. Yeah. Dry, usually the weather people always call it dry with scattered showers. Yeah, this is the fun bit of trying to go to Newcastle, where it's going in a direct way. We just have to go up this busy road. So, well, there's a few sculptures I can show you. I'll point out anything interesting. It shouldn't be long. Let's see what time we're on now. Oh, 2:30. So it won't be the 3 hours like I normally walk to Newcastle. I'll go the direct way just for today. So I don't really want a massive walk today. We'll see some different things. Anyway, I can see a sculpture already. Can you see a sculpture looming in the distance? A nice big sculpture. Yeah. No, we haven't. I haven't shown you something new. We haven't been this way before. I don't think it's got a name on it. Let me just Let me just concentrate on crossing the road, and we don't want a fatality. Let's just watch where I'm going. Yeah, I don't know if that's got a name, that sculpture. I haven't seen that before. I'm trying to pick out what things. Yeah, there's a mini derby. Yeah, mini. You got the mini done with. Yeah, I don't know what that is. It's sort of like it's got different industrial things on it. I don't know if it's got a name. I don't know if it's got a name. Can you see it? It's like it looks like sort of pottery, a ladder, like some metal cogs or something. I don't know what the. It's got a name on it. Can you see everything there? It's like that, wherever that is. That. Yeah, there we go. We said we can't find anything interesting. Oh, my sign fell down. Sign down, sign down, sign down. Old tree. Oh yeah, it's an old building. We should see some nice buildings anyway, something different. Let's have a little wander down here. Just trying to stay local and just seeing some different buildings. Oh, this looks an old building, Derby. Look at this one. I think this is called, what's this style of building? You're like an architectural expert now. Oh, it's a Methodist church. Oh, there we go. I didn't even know that was a church till I've just come past it. Oh, yeah. This is a chapel. Oh, yeah. There's the. Can you see the? Can you see the date? No. See the date? Date. Wesley Chapel. And I'm gonna get married. That's a weird. That's a weird stump. What's that one? That's a weird one. Yeah, that was put there. That was put there 1820. So that one. Oh, that looks a nice car, Darb. Look at that sporty one. Yeah, that's a yeah. It's a Nissan. It's a Nissan GTR twin turbo, 3.5 litre. Ooh, that looks nice. Have we got Roland in? I've attracted him in because I just said mystery to it. Turn my location off so you've got to work out where we are. I should have called it Magical Mystery Tour, shouldn't I? Then we could have got a music. We could have got a musical connection. It's like it isn't really magical. Yeah, it isn't really magical. It's just a mystery tour, not really magical. It's just a bit cool and moist. Yeah, it's a bit of a crazy road system we have here, Derby. It's a bit like you sort of showing us your sort of town, and obviously you've got so you must have some main roads somewhere, busy roads. And unfortunately, a lot of the places I go to, we've got to just intersect with some of these busy roads. There's another old British pub that you haven't seen. At least we haven't been this way before, so we can't say we've seen these things before. They are. There's a. Oh, that's a weird name. Yeah, there's another British pub on the corner. Yeah, that'll make you laugh. Look at the name of that pub. Oh yeah. Can you see the screen? Look at the name of this pub. Inadequate. The wholly inadequate. What the heck does that mean? That's a really common name for a pub, isn't it, Roland? The wholly inadequate. That's a strange name. Yes, I think if Roland can confirm that, it just means it can have beer from any brewery. It's not tied to one brewery, I think. It's like a free house. I think it can have, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Here's some place names for you, Derby. Yeah. Yeah, that's where we're going. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the breweries own the pubs, don't they? Yeah, it's like a free house. It's probably independently owned, I think. There's a little bit of a stream under the road. Stream under the road. Yeah. What I'd like to do is I'd like to experience. I think there is some in my town. Like I said, I want them where they'll just give you like a little sample, because you're not sure what beer you like, and just give you a lot of little samples. I'd like to try some different beers, and obviously not keep ordering like a pint of them all the time. I'd like to try some them tap rooms where you can have a little sample, a little tiny amount just to taste. Yeah, we're just going to pass over the rail. We're going to pass over the railway again. It's always a common theme on my walks. We're passing over the railway again. As you can see, it's a common theme on my walks. I'm always passing over the railway. There's another point where we're passing over the railway. Look. Yeah, it's going to be funny trying to explain. We're going to try and explain to Roland what we did yesterday. Uh, yeah, Roland's got to try and work out what we did yesterday, hasn't he? We went off grid yesterday. We did something really strange. Oh, police car! They're after me. They're after me. Quick, run! They're after me. Yeah. Yeah. I know we've got to try and explain to Roland what we're doing, haven't we? I'll wait for him to call him when he's got time. all the technical, all the technical things we're trying, lots of different ideas. Yeah, it's surprising, Derby. And we're always trying to find a beer tree and everything. In areas where I'm just starting to find a lot of. I'm trying to think how to put it in a sentence. Yeah, we found a beer tree and a soft drink tree and a poop bag tree and what I've just noticed, Derby, because yeah, we started calling them beer trees and COVID mask trees and all sorts. But what I'm noticing today is because we buy main roads, I'm starting to see a lot of plastic soft drink bottles with obviously a yellow liquid in. Seems to be a popular yellow liquid people are drinking around here. Just going over a busy road. You want to see a crazy busy road? This is called the A500. I think Roland's aware of this road. That basically goes to what? Yeah, that's the A500. That basically takes you from one end of the potteries to the other. Like it links one end to the other. So very busy road. Just got to go through a bit of a maze of pedestrian crossings just to get across this horrible busy roundabout. Oh, don't drop me. let's get across this busy road. I'll be with you. Oh, right. Nearly away from the busy road. I'm just walking up a bit of an incline, so just trying to get my breath going up this incline. A little bit of an incline, so just nice and steady. Yeah, this weather's all over the place when you start out on your walk and then it starts raining. You think, oh great, I'm going to get soaked, and then it goes off after 5 minutes. So make its mind up. Oh, sounds like you're busy doing breakfast. And there's some clattering. Oh, laundry. Yeah, we're just entering into Newcastle under Lyme now. There you are. There's a welcome sign. Basford. See, that's an example like you'd say Basford, wouldn't you? We always just say Basford, but you'll say Basford. I suppose you're supposed to say Basford. Basford. Yeah, I think there gets a lot of pollution here. There's like a pollution sensor thing. I think it's checking for pollution. It's like a big traffic area. So some heavy traffic areas, they just got monitoring of the air quality. Right. We'll just get up this little bit of an incline, and then we'll be all down bank. I'll be able to see a few interesting things on the way down into the town. Always try to see something different. Let's have a little wander down here. Sun's coming out. Oh. Come on, make your mind up. Are you coming out or going in? Make your mind up. Oh. Oh, lovely big busy road. Oh. Right. Right. Just go up the incline now. I can get me breath back. Oh. We've got a realty agent named after something there, Derby. See the realty agent there. Yeah. Because you always say you say realty, don't you? We always say estate agent. I think you say realty, don't you? Use a different word. A realtor. We just say estate agent when you go to the offices and look at all the photos of the houses you can't afford in the window. Yeah, that's what street we're in. You can follow along where we are because I give away my location now. You can follow on Google Maps now. Put Newton Street in. Google Maps, walk along. We're just passing Newton Street. Roland. Please. Please, Ron. on to me. They've turned round Derby. They're on to me. I'm walking too much. Oh. Yeah, it's really mild. I feel like taking my coat off. This is absurd. This isn't right. Like taking your coat off. Oh. Oh. Buzz. Yay, Buzz. Right, let's see what we can find for show you. Yeah, you'll see all these wild, different styles of houses. Got all these weird styles. So as you just move into another suburb, it's just different styles of houses. No bacon. Right. Yeah, we're just having a nice little climb. I know. I'm just waiting. Have you done your breakfast, or are you going to tell us what you're cooking in a minute when you've done your washing? Is the cooking about to start? Have you had your omelette? Ooh, omelettes. Oh, hang on. Let me just adjust my coat. I'll be a second now. I must be losing weight. My trousers are falling down now. Finally, finally. Oh. Get your mini out of the way as well. I just saw a mini. Mini. Yes, I agree. R2. I can hear it's got the washer on. Dryers on. Beep beep. Have you seen them like those Samsung do those washing machines where when you start the cycle and you forget to put something in, it's like you can open the front door like it opens while it started. It's like you can like open it and add things if you get to add something into the washer. Yeah, Samsung. Yeah, Samsung have like it has like a flap in it where you can add things after the cycle started. Yeah, some Latin for rolling for look up Latin. This unit 40 or that's some Latin for rolling to decipher. Just let me be careful. I'm crossing a lot of busy roads. There's another street. If you're following on Google Maps, Sackville Street. Yeah. Sackville Street. Follow a lot interactive walk with Jace the Who. Uh, you'll be able to ask Google how far away Jack Saxon Street is. Yeah, we're just slowly getting down to Newcastle. We'll see a few nice buildings in a minute. We're just going to go down, just going to the brow of the hill, and then we'll see some nice. I'll tell you where we can be. Yeah, I think you should be with me that long, Derby. If you just shouldn't be that long. It isn't going to be 3 hours. Nearly there. Oh, you started the countdown clock on me now. 10 minutes. I can only walk so fast, you know. I'm walking. I'm walking. Mini, 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 mini. Marco. Yeah, I haven't seen Marco for a few days. All the traffic's gone quiet. I know, I don't know what that is, busy with work. What's that? Oh, I'm busy with scoping. That's my work. Yeah, there's some old Victorian houses. Yeah, we should see some cool things in the next 10 minutes. It's like Sphinx. Oh, I'll tell you something, Darby, I forgot to tell you. You won't believe this. Uh, you know, when I said I just renewed my data plan with my cell phone person. I went into the app. And it gives you can choose from about 6 bonus things that you can change on a monthly basis, like six freebies that you can pick and choose from while you're in contract life. And one of them is to subscribe to BritBox for free. BritBox free. So I've got BritBox for free now. So I thought, I'll click on BritBox, I may as well. And it says every month you can change what offer you want. There's different offers. There's like, you can have BritBox, or you can phone abroad, or you can have unlimited data, but not at high speed, you know. And I think the other one was, I think you can have access to what's called BT Sport, where you can watch a lot of sporting activities. It's obviously an extra premium thing, you know, to watch, I think, cricket or football or different sporting events on a certain channel that's a premium channel. So I thought, I've got to click on BritBox so I can have a good talk about BritBox. So, I know there was loads of stuff. I wrote about 20 things down for you. There's loads of things. Mini. Yeah, if you come here and you want to see a play, we're just passing one of our theatres called the New Vic Theatre, so we can see plays there. Stupid reception. Yeah, it isn't so much like the big performances, you know. It's more like they do just put plays on, but it's not obviously I don't know what you call it really. You'll have to look it up. New Vic Theatre in Basford. I don't know what type of stuff they have on. There's another British pub where I used to go for meals. The Polite Vicar. That's a nice big pub. Well, let me tell you, it says welcome over the door and it's closed. Welcome to the closed pub. And I don't know if you ever had that, Derby. I was just walking along and basically somebody was peeping and waving at me, and you're sort of waving back and thinking, who's that person? I don't know. Somebody's just gone past waving and peeping, and I don't know who it is. So yeah, we're just slowly descending into Newcastle now, where all the interesting things are. So we should be I could be a few minutes over in your 10-minute countdown. It's all down bank now, so it'll be a bit quicker walking. There should be some interest. Well, basically, when we get to the bottom of here, we'll be where that church was. You know, the church where we ended the broadcast last time, when we were just walking through the churchyard and then we ended the broadcast. That's the way we're going down to now. Just coming at it from a different angle, so it doesn't take as long. It doesn't take 2.5 hours like last time we went through the long way. And at least at the end of this walk, I'll be able to have a sit down. There's a nice Victorian park at the bottom with lots of seats. So, oh no, we don't want that. We don't want that, do we? Frozen, let it go, let it go. Do, 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 do. Yeah, I don't like Frozen. Nobody likes Frozen. We don't be Frozen. Frozen. They've got some countryside in the distance over there. Countryside. Oh, there's loads of places to show you when we're allowed to travel easier. Loads of places. There's another church I haven't shown you. I've just seen another one. Church with a pointy top. Yeah, that's another one. But I thought if we just come this way, we'll have time to. This does feel a bit quicker, doesn't it, than when we went a long way. But basically, just last time you were talking to me when we were down this way, it was we were just getting a really long way to Newcastle just to avoid this busy road. But, we're just going directly to it, so I'll just have to work out how long this is taking. See how long my broadcast's on for. Oh, Gary's in. Hello, Gary. Miss Gary, he's come in. I know, I just saw Gary's face at the bottom. Gary's in the house. Minnie. Another Minnie. Minnie. Yeah, we're just going to see a nice Victorian park. Oh, that's called the Victoria. Yeah. I feel like we need a countdown clock going. Derby's putting under the pressure. 10 minutes. Quick. I know, it's... How rude. Work getting in the way. How rude. I'm trying to show you things. Yeah, I know, we're nearly there. 5 minutes, we should be back. We'll finish up where there's a seat and I can show you a nice statue. It should be about 5 minutes. Oh. Oh, it's been ages since I've walked down this road. It feels like it goes on forever when you try. Nice knocker. That's a nice big knocker. That's a nice big knocker. Is that what you call them if I say a knocker? You know what I'm on about? Looks like we something have on a castle door. You know, like banging it trying to get the servant to open the door, like, you know. Rat-a-tat-tat on the door. Rat-a-tat-tat. Right. Yeah. But I say what we just said about like when Derby's got to disappear, I'm feeling like I thought, have we got anybody else lined up? Because Derby's going to disappear in a minute. So, anybody else want to pop on and yeah, I say I can. I say anybody else is welcome to call in if Derby's on. It's just Derby's on a lot, and then anybody else wants to pop. No, Derby's just the main motivator to get me from A to B. She's motivates me to. She keeps cracking the whip and playing the Rocky music. When I start flagging, she says, "Come on, nearly there, nearly there, nearly there." Hang on, just got to get across these busy roads. All this traffic in the way. How rude! I'm trying to periscope. Ugh. Right. I've just thought, pity I haven't just got a little bit extra time. I would say I could have just. I thought, I haven't. Because remember when we come last time and I said there was three churches and we didn't have time for the other one. It's just homing into view now. I thought, don't You can see it from a distance. It's there anyway. Well, we're going to pass you on the left. We're going to see 2 in the next 5 minutes. Oh, we have 3 actually. Are you ready? I'll show you 3 in one spot. Are you ready? I'll see you 3 without moving. There are. There's one there. There's one. Here's the other one. There's the other one. I know. I always like pairs of knockers. Really, it's not really. It's a bit odd if you have one knocker. You always want a pair of knockers. Hey, look at that. Hey, church. Oh, I love that. Yeah, anything Mel Brooks has done. Yeah, Young Frankenstein. Oh, actually, you know, I've just realised I can stand here, Derby, and see 4 churches. Right, they are number 1, number 2, right, number 3, yeah, and number 4. Yay! They got 4 churches in one spot. This is Church City. This is Church City. Anyway, let's keep moving. I've shown you 4 churches. I've shown 4 churches without moving, standing still. That was a good shot. That was 4 churches. I can't believe it. 4 churches in one spot. Yeah, we've already seen that one. Yeah, it is a town of churches. I'm just going to get to the Victoria Park across the road. But the problem is, we're going to have to go under an underpass, I think, where we probably lose signal. So, dope. I think we've got an underpass to go under. Um, that'll test the signal. Just going to make our way to there's a park across the road here now with some nice seats and a statue of Queen Victoria. And we just got to get under this underpass, and then we can have a sit down. Which is what how many walks have we been on, Derby, where we've never had time to have a sit down? Oh, yeah, we're walking that much, we never got time to have a sit down. And now I thought I'll come the easy way, and now I don't feel really exhausted, and I can see a park with loads of seats. We just need to get across this road. A busy road. I'll just check up on comments in a second. Just got a few busy roads to get across, and then I'll be with you. I'll be with you on the. Yeah, Derby's going to disappear soon, so if anybody else wants to come in and have a chat, we'll just. Oh God, Gary with his Big Mac. So stop tormenting. Yeah, we're just going to risk it, Derby. See what it's like getting underneath an underpass. And see where we are. I think you have these in America, don't you? Like an underpass. We're just walking under the main road. Hopefully, we won't lose signal. Just forget to the other side of the road, and then we'll just have a sit down and finish up finish up for Derby because she's a busy lady. I know, just that. Right, here we go. I'm going to run through the tunnel. Run, run, run. Oh yeah, it's some nice artwork. We've made it. Yeah, artwork, artwork. Well, it's not graffiti. It's more art, isn't it? It's nice and sensible. Yes. Now I think, Derby, I'm casting my mind back. Have you ever been to Victoria Park in Newcastle? I'm sure I've never spoke to you from Victoria Park in Newcastle. Right. Yeah, I used to park now. Yeah, I don't think I was talking to you when I used to come here. I used to come here a lot in the summer. I see where we are. There's that church we finished on last time. Yeah. And there's a fish in the middle of the roundabout. There's a fish. Right, we're here. That's basically our council office, Derby. That's a new building. That's obviously where if you have any, yeah, if you've got if you're in social housing, that's where you pay your rent and report any repairs. This is called Victoria Park, and obviously you aren't seeing it in its former glory at the moment because they've planted everything. You see, they've all been planted, and this will be all colour in the summer. It's all particular colours that they use, and it's all been planted. Queen Victoria, there we are. There she is. She's not amused. Yeah, and basically this is yeah, basically it's basically celebrating the 200th birthday since she was born. They call this the Victoria Park, and basically what they've done is they've used plants that are the same as her house in the Isle of Wight. She used to live on the Isle of Wight, and basically you see all they've all been planted. They're all just been planted, look green. And when we come back here in the summer, this will all be a bank of colour. Obviously, you can go back on my old replays from last summer, but they'll probably be on Android, so the quality will be rubbish. But you see loads of all the plants have been put in. Just got to wait for them to grow now. There we are. Here's Queen Victoria's statue. There we are. Some dates for you. Yeah, this is Victoria Park. Right, that's just rest me feet for a second. Oh joy, it just started to rain again. Yay! Oh yeah, I know. Look at this. Look at this. You're on about find a bench. Look, which one shall I have? Bench, 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 bench. Yeah, this is the colours of the plants when they start growing. This is the colours they'll be. Queen's Gardens. They are. They're representing the Royal Standard flag, red, white, blue, and yellow. That's what it'll look like in the summer. We'll have all those: a begonia whopper, a begonia non-stop, a begonia non-stop again, a cordyline sundance, and a lobelia. All those nice colours will be here in the summer. They've all been planted. We're just waiting for them to come out now. Right. Newsflash. I'm sitting down. Yay. I am sitting down. I did 25,000 steps yesterday, everybody, so I'm having a sit down. And then obviously there isn't a Costa here, so I might have to have what's called a Cafe Nero beverage. That's another coffee outlet. Cafe Nero. Yeah, there's a pub there, Derby, if it was open, which torturing us. That's one of our breweries, look. Witherspoons. Witherspoons. That's one of the breweries. Witherspoons. And this is another bit of history for you. This pub, they basically call their pubs after a famous person where the pub is, right? And this one is called, this will test Roland, if Roland's still in, I think he's gone. The Arnold Machin. They named the pubs after famous local people where the pub is. The Arnold Machin, right? Who Arnold Machin was I think I've told you this before. If you look at the Queen's head on the coins or the stamps, Arnold Machin was the sculptor who he made like the bust of the Queen's face. He made like the original that then they used on all the coins and the stamps. He's the one who made like the portrait of the Queen's head, and then they used his portrait that he made out of clay to go on all the coins and the stamps. So we'll have to do this walk again because at least I know I've got a seat at the end of it and it's not too far. So we'll have to come here again. I'll have to negotiate for coming here. Come with you when you've got some. Obviously, we're here already. Basically, when you joined me on that when we saw those three churches, that was a long way to Newcastle. And obviously, I've just come the direct way, which is obviously a lot quicker. So So let me see how long that took from when you joined me. Oh yeah, just in about an hour and 5 minutes I'm on. So it took about an hour to walk from when you came on. So it wasn't 3 hours today. So yes, there is a few other little things in the town that are historical and old. Just wondering, is your time up now? There's a few other things I could show you if you've got another 5 minutes. Or... I know we know parting is such sweet sorrow, as we're always saying that. Aren't we? There's Queen Victoria's statue anyway. There we are. Yeah, I don't, I don't know what's going on with these. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with these apartments here, Derby. They basically were supposed to be building some apartments for people to live in, and it's been like that for about 2 years, so they're half finished. So I think companies probably sort of gone disappeared. You know, they probably shut. I don't know what you call it in America. You know, like administration. It's the receivers have been called in. I think there's obviously something going on. What would you call it in America if sort of a company ceases trading? You know, it's like it looks like they've just left. Yeah, they were basically. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We call it yeah. In England, we'd say administration. You know, obviously if they go bankruptcy. I think it's bankruptcy, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. So obviously it's just been like that for 2 years. So we'll just have a sit down. Yeah, I'll just have a sit down for a second, and then there's a few other cool buildings. Like I say, it'll probably take 5 minutes. Show you the rest of them. I'm just trying to think. Oh, I think now. Gary's in the house. Gary's in the house. He's always on about McDonald's though. He's tormenting me with his McDonald's. Uh, yeah, yeah. I say I was just obviously as you're walking, I'm obviously just thinking of things of interest to show you. You know, obviously it should only be daily exercise. I shouldn't be doing a tour, but I'm just pointing out some things while you're joining me for my walk. So yes, I've just retweeted my own periscope in case people missed it the first time. Yeah, I could go crazy and try haps, couldn't I? Should I try haps? Let's do 5 minutes. I'll go crazy and do. I'll stream on two platforms. Go crazy. Yes. So yeah, We'll have to. Yeah, we'll let you go. Then we'll try and find some time to. You'll have to just give me a DM later so we can have a little bit of chat when you've got some free time later. I've got a few ideas. I've got a few ideas for doing that. We might do another Zoom or something. Have a little chat later. Yeah. Oh, but yes. Yeah. Do a cooking scope, and we'll do a Zoom on cooking. Do your cooking scope on Zoom. We'll do a we'll do a cooking Zoom. We'll do a cooking Zoom. Yeah. You give me an idea now. Yeah. Yeah. We'll have a cooking Zoom later. Right. Okay, Doc. Thanks for joining me. Have a good day. Right. Where are we? Gary's in the house. I say Darby's just had to go. If anybody else wants to pop in and say hello, any questions you've got about where we are, there's a few more things I can show you. It's just started to rain, so I say I've got no. I could always try doing haps in case I get some new viewers in. Obviously, I have my regulars on Periscope, but I aren't really creating many new followers on Periscope. So I have been experimenting with haps now and again. Just experimenting while it's still in beta. You know, obviously, while I like Periscope, but I'll keep popping on Haps now and again. If I don't seem like I'm getting any viewers on Periscope, I'll try Haps and see if I can draw some new people in. I think that's where a lot of people are on Haps. There's too many platforms to stream from. There's that many. There's like a dozen platforms you can stream from. Me and Darby tried a Zoom last night, and the quality was excellent. I did a walk outside. And we did Zoom just to see what the quality was like, and it was perfect. She was streaming her cat, and I was streaming me walk, and it was perfectly clear. So I don't know why it can't be like that on these apps. Hopefully it'll be as clear as Zoom in apps in the near future. Because when I try and do apps, it's all over the place, the quality for me personally anyway. So I'll keep trying. I don't want to do I'll do my main scope on periscope, and then I'll try a haps for 5 minutes and in different places. I don't think I've tried haps in this park before, so I'll do a 5-minute haps, I think, and then I might pop back on periscope. I've just got to run a few errands. I've just got to go to the bank and McDonald's, and I might pop back on in about half an hour if you want to join me. I'll run a few errands and then I'll try haps and see if I get any different people on. Hello. Hello. Yeah, so if anybody's not calling in, I'll go off for a bit and I'll do a few errands if nobody's calling in, and also I could just keep showing you around Newcastle, a little bit of an interactive tour. But I'll run a few errands and then I'll just keep an eye on the weather because it's just starting to rain again. So I think, yeah, because I don't want it to be too long. If it's over an hour, it won't save to the camera roll. So thanks for watching, Gary and Darby and Roland, and I'll just finish it there, but I will restart. I just don't want the scopes to go on for too long. Because I say I might walk home yet. I'm not sure how I'm going to get home. I'll do another short scope in a bit. It's the first time I haven't done one that's on about 3 hours, so I'll just give a short one. Okay, folks, stay safe, everybody. So make sure you give me a follow. I'm not sure where I'll be in the near future. I'll just be on Periscope until the end of March, and then I'll be popping up on Haps. Make sure you follow me on Twitter and Haps and YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Instagram. I'm on all the platforms as Jace the Who. And if you would like to support the channel moving forward, I am on buymeacoffee.com/Jace the Who. That'd be much appreciated. I'm just going to get a coffee now, I think. I've just got to check if there's any public toilets open where we are, because we're under a different authority when I just walk up to Newcastle, so we'll see if the toilets are open. Okay, folks, I'll see you in about half an hour. Bye for now.